Jose Mourinho is not a racist.
You know, our African dad, a racist, for me, that's a fucking joke. That's a fucking joke. Not Jose Mourinho, not somebody that I know really, really well. Somebody that we all know really, really well. This is politics in this politics in football in Turkey. And, you know, Jose Mourinho is somebody that, you know, loves everybody. He loves every fucking body. A beautiful, beautiful human being you can ever meet. The straightforward human being you can ever meet in your life. Says it as it is. DJ Drogba, Michael Essien, loved us as his own children. So for me, this comment, this situation, I don't even want to get into it.
I think it's fair to say that it is now all beginning to kick off between Jose Mourinho, Galatasaray. You've got Jose Mourinho exploring legal action against Galatasaray for defamation after they accused him of racism on the weekend. And if you're not already aware, this is all coming out after the weekend's draw 0-0 between Fenerbahce and Galatasaray. And it came out after the match that Galatasaray will report Jose Mourinho to UEFA and the Turkish Football Federation for alleged racism. This came after Jose Mourinho made a comment after the game in reference to the Galatasaray bench jumping around for a decision, and he said the Galatasaray's bench was jumping around like monkeys. Today, I think the perfect person came out and spoke about the whole situation because, in my opinion, it's all been a little bit ludicrous from Galatasaray, and Didier Drogba gave his thoughts on it, obviously playing for Galatasaray and under Jose Mourinho extensively at Chelsea. And he writes, "Dear Galatasaray, you know how proud I was to wear the yellow and red jersey and my love for the most decorated club in Turkey. We all know how passionate and heated rivalries can be, and I've been lucky enough to experience it. I've seen the recent comments about Jose Mourinho. Trust me when I tell you, I've known Jose for 25 years and he is not a racist, and a history, past and present, is there to prove it. Let's focus on our game, support our brilliant Lions, and let's win the league to get close to our 5. Which I think is really important because, let's be real, we all know Jose Mourinho is not a racist. What he's done for African footballers, specifically Didier Drogba. Michael Essien as well, who put our tweet out today with 3 love hearts and a picture of him, Didier Drogba, and Jose Mourinho, obviously putting his point across that Jose Mourinho, again, is not a racist. So yeah, hopefully there can be some sense found in the room now. I think it's quite clear that Jose Mourinho was not trying to be racist towards anyone. I think he was just trying to make a remark towards, obviously, the bench jumping up and down because he was frustrated after the game. And hopefully now, after Drogba's open letter to the club, they can pull their lawsuit. Jose Mourinho won't have to file his own defamation lawsuit, and it can just be settled on the pitch where it should be. But yeah, I mean, the whole situation is kicked off today, and hopefully it can be resolved with just a little bit of common sense.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hit the subscription button. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for watching this one. So the video that I want to react to today is about Jose Mourinho, and when I talk about Jose Mourinho, you always know it's about like speaking his mind, because Jose Mourinho is one person who can never hide from speaking his mind. And so Jose Mourinho is a Fenerbahce coach. They played against Galatasaray and the game ended up as a draw of 0-0. And so after that, he went into a press and said that, you know, Galatasaray players were jumping like monkeys on the bench. So after that, Galatasaray Football Club accused Jose Mourinho of racism. And a lot of players have come out like former Chelsea players who are under Jose Mourinho some years back have come out and defended Jose Mourinho over those racism stories. And I just wanna give out my 2 cents about this one, because we as Africans, sometimes it's okay, but sometimes we always rush to judge like this player this person is a racist, this person is not a racist, this person is saying things about racism, and because in real sense, monkey always jumps. And for Jose Mourinho to say that Galatasaray players were jumping like monkeys on their bench, I think like this is not offense, because it's okay. Jose Mourinho is one person who always speaks his mind. Jose Mourinho is one person who can never hide from the truth. And the truth is that, you know, even if he said that Galatasaray players were jumping like monkeys on the bench, not all of them are black. Not all of them are also brown. Because now he didn't come out and be specific about the player that he was talking about. He said Galatasaray bench, and by saying Galatasaray bench, he didn't mean that he mentioned only black players on the bench, or you want to say that Galatasaray only played white players and and only black players were remaining on Galatasaray's bench. No, I think this story is being exaggerated. But if you are one person who watches football from ever since Jose Mourinho was Porto coach and Real Madrid and Chelsea, you will know that Jose Mourinho is one manager who has always been playing with black players. Jose Mourinho always loves black players. Check out every club that Jose Mourinho have ever managed. Jose Mourinho have always been working with black players. Look at Jose Mourinho when he was at Chelsea. Jose Mourinho worked with the likes of Obi Mikel, and the likes of Obi Mikel have come out and defended Jose Mourinho over these accusations, and they've said that Jose Mourinho has been their father, him and Drogba, the likes of Essien, and also Michael Essien went on his social media account and posted posted a photo of him, Jose Mourinho, and Didier Drogba, and he commented with and he used a caption of three love emojis. I think like Galatasaray football and Turkey football are just coming up with some politics in football, and they just want to I don't know why they feel like I feel they hate Jose Mourinho, because Jose Mourinho has always been there speaking his mind, and I think if there is one thing that Jose Mourinho can never stop in this world, is speaking his mind. And if you ask me again, that one manager who always loves black players, and even when you look at Chelsea, that culture remained at Chelsea until today. Because if you look at Chelsea right now in the Premier League, Chelsea is one of the clubs that are playing with more black players. Chelsea is the club that has a lot of black players, and I think this is the culture, and I think this is one culture that was brought in by the special one, Jose Mourinho. And right now I see a lot of people accusing Jose Mourinho of racism. I'm like, yo, you need to watch the game before you talk. You need to watch the game before you proceed with the accusations. Because if there is that one manager who has been advocating for African football, if there is one manager who have been advocating for African players, if there is one manager who has been advocating for African culture, it's Jose Mourinho. And Jose Mourinho always loves Africa. That's why some years back Jose Mourinho even made a visit to Mombasa, because Jose Mourinho always loves Africa. And ever since I knew Jose Mourinho, Jose Mourinho has been that one manager who always says that, this who's always against these African players who change their nationality to play for Europe national teams. Jose Mourinho is this one manager who has been buying players, black players from Africa. And I think whatever Jose Mourinho did to the likes of Obi Mikel, the likes of Didier Drogba, if it was not for Jose Mourinho, maybe we would have known Drogba, but we would have not known him as a world class player. Because if you see the manager that really believed in African players is Jose Mourinho, and until now, Jose Mourinho has always believed in African players. And at some point, Jose Mourinho said that these African players, if they can play for their leagues, people can always watch African leagues more than they do in the Premier League. And that one just tells you how Jose Mourinho has always believed in African culture, has always believed in African players, has always believed in African leagues. I think these people that are coming out right now and accusing Jose Mourinho of racism, they are the people who are racist. And I'm not even shying away from saying this. And I think instead of investigating Jose Mourinho, they need to investigate this Galatasaray board and Galatasaray FC, because I feel like they are the one who are racist, so they are shying away from coming out and saying they are racist, so they're hiding behind Jose Mourinho's talks and stuff. Everybody knows he's not a racist. Even these black players like the Drogba, the likes of Obi Mikel, the likes of Essien, the likes of all those big names that Jose Mourinho have always managed at Chelsea, at Real Madrid, at Porto, and right now at Fenerbahce. Jose Mourinho has also black players. So I think if there is one person who has always been true to himself and who has always been supporting the African football, is Jose Mourinho, the special one. So I feel like these allegations are just are just crap and wasting time. So guys, tell me what you think about Jose Mourinho and racism accusations in the comment section. What do you feel? Do you feel Jose Mourinho is a racist? Or do you feel like Galatasaray Football Club are just lying about him? But I feel like, to be honest, my stand is I feel like Jose Mourinho can never be a racist, will never be a racist. So guys, tell me what you think about him in the comment section. And the last thing, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Adios.